box she put these little clips, so they're so cute and I really love them. So I'm just gonna put my hair back. Perfect. And also my friend Ollie got me this a little while back, and it's so cute to like put my hair back when I'm doing my makeup, so I'm just gonna put that on. Okay, I might look a bit crazy actually, but oh well. This is real life, this is the reality. Like when I do my makeup, this is how I look. So I'm gonna start off with this Studio London by Superdrug like fixing spray, dewy fixing spray. I like to start off with this because it's like really refreshing. I actually need to get another one of this because I'm running out, but I use this like multiple times in my makeup routine. But yeah, I really like this, so I'm gonna put some of that on. Nice and hydrated. So I've already moisturised after I washed my face this morning, but I am gonna go in with this is by Primark, so it was pretty cheap, £4.50, and it's a vitamin enriched moisturising primer. It kind of like I haven't used the Bobbi Brown vitamin enriched face base, but I think it's kind of like a dupe of that, to be honest, because it looks the same, like packaging wise, it looks really similar. But this is really nice, like really hydrating and thick, and it like really nourishes. So I'm just putting that on my face. I have quite dry skin. I don't think it's like as dry as it used to be, but maybe that's just the products I use now. Like I use quite hydrating products and I don't notice it more, but I'm like quite acne prone, but also dry. Like my skin isn't very oily, but I try to like moisturise and hydrate my skin as much as I can because I feel like that does help with my spots and stuff. But I'm nowhere near as spotty as I used to be when I was a kid. Like when I was in my teens, I was like a really spotty teenager. So, and at uni as well. Like I went through phases of bad acne. But anyway, the next thing I'm going to use is one of my favourite things. It's the Collection Gorgeous Glow Filter Finish Complexion Boosting Primer and Illumination. I really like this. Ever since I got this, I've just really enjoyed like the glowiness that it gives me. Again, like I like to look really hydrated and really glowy. Like I don't want to look matte at all. Like I don't want to look like dry. Like I don't know. Even like any time of year. Like it doesn't matter if it's summer, winter, or whatever. Like I love to look natural, but also glowy. And I really like this, like underneath my makeup for that, because it's quite natural, but it's also very glowy. So I put a little bit of that on, mainly on the high points, but just spread it around my face, and you can probably see it's like a little bit glowy, which is really nice. But I also add it into like my foundation step, and I'll show you in a minute, for a bit of extra. So for foundation, I'm currently using a bit of a mix because I'm a really awkward shade, like skin tone right now. Like I'm too pale for like my tanned foundation, which is the L'Oreal True Match. I think I've had this for so long because it's my tanned foundation. I'm not tanned very often, so I've had this for like a long time, but I'm too pale for this, but also too slightly too tanned for my infallible Fresh Wear 32 Hour by L'Oreal. So I like to mix these two, but I like to mix it a little bit, like, I don't know, more of the pale than this, because this is closer, but I just need like a few drops of this. But if I'm honest, like, it takes me such a long time to go through a foundation, because you'll see that I literally put like maybe half a pump of foundation on, and I'll show you why in a minute. I put like a dot, like literally, I don't know if you can see that, but like a little dot of that. It's literally a cocktail on my skin with this, and then I get some more of that like base primer, that like thick hydrating base, and also I get some of the filter finish, so it's like a proper cocktail. But I mean, I do think in like reality, I think in reality it would be a lot easier for me to get like a tinted moisturiser, because I think that's kind of what I would want to use, but I'm using up my saturate, but I literally just do like a little bit under my eyes to brighten them. I don't put any on my spots. Like, I don't put any on my spots because I don't really, like, I don't know, I'm not that bothered about covering them, to be honest. Like, I think my base just does enough to like even out my skin a little bit. I've gotten very used to the fact that I have spots and scarring. Like, it's just the way it is. It's how normal skin looks, so I don't really like to do additional coverage. Plus, I think that concealer would be too pale to cover my spots now anyway. And just it like you can see, it will just very like slightly brighten it up, but I feel like it is quite natural. I feel like you could even get away with this being like a no makeup, but as you'll see in a minute, like in terms of blush, I'm a blush girl. I love blush. That's the one thing I don't really skimp on. So maybe not no makeup. But anyway, so I'm gonna go in with my cream bronzer and blush products now. So I just use the e.l.f. e.l.f. putty. This is the bronzer. I actually don't know what shade it is because it rubbed out and it's quite old now. Like, these have lasted me so long. They're only tiny little tubs, but they are really nice. And they're quite natural as well, so it's good for this sort of makeup look. But I just use a bit of the bronzer on this brush. Again, Primark brush. I love Primark, like makeup and makeup products. They're so good, and they're really affordable. So, and they last such a long time. So yeah, I use a bit of this just to like bronze up and add a bit of colour into my face. I think because it's a cream as well, it does look quite like natural, which I quite like. So yeah, I'm basically just bronzing up a very small amount, adding a bit to my jawline and my neck, and then I just use the excess on my eyelids. And I just quite like that. Like, I like the way that looks. So can't forget the bridge of the nose. Can't forget it. That's one of the high points. My nose is the first thing to like tan or burn when I'm on holiday. Like, it burns from here down because I have like a bit of a dent, like a gap in my nose. I've got quite a big nose, but my nose is always the first thing to like tan and burn, so I always remember to like put quite a lot of bronzer and blush on my nose because that actually looks quite natural in the end, because that's how I look when I burn or tan. Well, I burn sometimes, I don't always burn. I often tan pretty quickly, especially if I use like a tanning oil, but I can burn obviously if I don't wear any sun cream or stuff. So anyway, I'm using the blush, same brand, e.l.f. Putty blush, and I think this is in the shade Tahiti. Yeah, Tahiti. This has lasted me, like, I don't even know. This is going to be a never. I think I'm going to have like, my kids are going to be like 20 years old by the time this runs out. Like I say, I don't wear makeup very often anyway, but like I use a lot of this. Like, I really heavily tap into it, and it just lasts forever. And it's such a nice colour. It's like this like very pink, slightly coral, like it's just like very natural looking. And I just love the way it looks on the skin. So I basically just put that on my cheeks. Like I say, I'm a blush girl. It's my favourite step in my makeup routine. It makes such a difference to my skin. So I basically just put this everywhere, like on my cheeks, across my nose. I wipe some of it on my eyelids as well, just to kind of like bring it together. I do a bit on my forehead as well, because like I feel like that's obviously a high point, and my chin, because I have quite a prominent chin. So basically all of my high points, which I have quite a few of those because I've got quite a structured face. So I just blend that out. I try not to go a bit crazy at this stage because I put another powder blush on top of this, but that's chin and my forehead that's like prone to getting a bit shiny, but maybe a little bit around my nose as well. But other than that, I leave the rest of it because like I haven't got much on, and like the rest of it's pretty powdered anyway with the bronzer and the blush. So I do that, and then for brows, I don't do much. I feel like that's a common theme in this video. I don't do much, but I basically just use this got to be glued brow gel. This was like trending a few years ago, like everyone was buying this, and I didn't buy it at the time, and then like I'd say fairly recently, like within the last year, I started using it, and it's actually so good. And I find that like for makeup like this, I can just get away with just brushing my brows. Like I don't have to put product in. Occasionally I'll do them like with a little bit of like brow pencil, but I'm really not like bothered. Like my brows are not thick by any means, and they're not very dark. Like they're brunette, but they're not super dark. But I'm really not like I'm not quite fussed about my brows anymore. I'd rather them look quite natural and fluffy, and just like in place. Like this is really good. This lasts like all day. So like I'd rather them just stay nice and brushed and like neat than anything else, if that makes sense. And especially with makeup like this, I feel like I can just get away with it, because the makeup isn't heavy. So yeah, I just basically use that and then I brush them through. But I have to like, I've had this over a year and it's still so thick on the brush, and otherwise like I just end up with really gluey eyebrows. So I have to like wipe it off. But again, that means this is gonna last me a long time, so I'm not complaining. And I'm basically almost done now. I also just basically curl my lashes. I need to get a new eyelash curler because this is destroyed. This is like the little inner bit is falling out, but I basically just curl my eyelashes a little bit and put a bit of mascara on. I'll show you what mascara I'm using in a minute. I used to be like at school. At school I was such an eyelash curl girly. I had a really good friend in school and she used to curl her eyelashes and they looked so good, and she'd just come in with like curly eyelashes, a bit of brow gel, and some lip balm, and it just looked so good. She looked so good, but she had really good skin as well. So I kind of used to do that a little bit as well because I really liked that look. But yeah, I basically just give them a little curl. My eyelashes are quite straight, so they will drop down quite quickly, but it doesn't matter too much. And then I put a bit, this is the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Again, this has lasted me forever. Like I actually really much prefer mascaras that are drying out because I feel like the product goes on a bit less, and the lashes go less clumpy. Like I don't mind a bit of a clumpy lash, but I actually just quite like just like really like sort of separated and smooth looking lashes, if that makes sense. Like I like them to look fairly natural. But yeah, again, I think that's just to do with the style of makeup that I like to wear. So I put just like one layer of that on my eyelashes. I am probably due getting a new one of these soon. Okay guys, sorry about that if the angle's changed